Imagine a place that controls nearly half of the world's known oil reserves. A region where three of the world's greatest religions were born.
A land that has witnessed the rise and fall of some of history's most powerful empires.
A place where futuristic cities worth hundreds of billions of dollars rise from the desert,
while ancient ruins, thousands of years old, still stand nearby. This is the Middle East.
For centuries, this region has been the center of trade, religion, politics, and global power. Every major empire wanted to control it. Every superpower still pays close attention to it. Its decisions influence fuel prices, global markets, international diplomacy, and even the future of renewable energy. But how did this desert region become one of the most important places on Earth? Why is so much of the world's oil found here? Why have so many wars been fought over this land? And what does the future hold as the world gradually moves away from fossil fuels?
In this documentary, we will travel through more than 10,000 years of history, from the birth of civilization to the rise of modern megacities like Dubai and NEOM.
This is the complete story of the Middle East. What exactly is the Middle East?
The Middle East is not a continent. It is a geopolitical region connecting Asia, Africa, and Europe.
Because of its strategic location, it has served as a bridge between civilizations for thousands of years.
Although there is no universally accepted definition, the Middle East generally includes.
Together, these countries cover millions of square kilometers and are home to hundreds of millions of people.
The region contains some of the world's hottest deserts, highest mountain ranges, longest rivers, and busiest shipping routes.
One narrow waterway, the Strait of Hormuz, handles a significant share of the world's seaborne oil trade.
Another vital route, the Suez Canal, connects Europe and Asia, allowing ships to avoid sailing around Africa and saving weeks of travel time. Control over these strategic choke points has shaped international politics for generations. The Middle East is also incredibly diverse.
It is home to Arabs, Persians, Turks, Kurds, Jews, Armenians, Assyrians, and many other ethnic communities.
Its languages include Arabic, Persian, Turkish, Hebrew, Kurdish, and several regional languages.
Although outsiders often see the Middle East as one unified culture, it is actually a rich mosaic of peoples, traditions, and histories.
The birthplace of civilization.
Long before Rome, long before Greece, long before China became a global empire, the Middle East gave birth to civilization itself. Nearly 10,000 years ago, people living in an area known today as the Fertile Crescent began farming instead of hunting.
This single innovation changed human history forever.
The Fertile Crescent stretched across parts of present-day Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, Palestine, and Iran.
Its fertile soil and abundant rivers made it possible for humans to settle permanently.
Villages became towns. Towns became cities. Cities became kingdoms. Agriculture produced food surpluses, allowing people to specialize as builders, priests, merchants, soldiers, artists, and scholars. For the first time, societies grew rapidly and became increasingly organized. This marked the beginning of civilization.
Mesopotamia, the world's first civilization.
Between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers lay a land the ancient Greeks later called Mesopotamia.
The name means the land between two rivers. Today, much of this region lies within modern Iraq.
Historians widely recognize Mesopotamia as the world's first great civilization.
Here, around 3500 BCE, the Sumerians built some of the earliest known cities, including Ur, Uruk, and Eridu.
These cities introduced innovations that transformed human society. The Sumerians developed one of the first writing systems, cuneiform.
Using wedge-shaped symbols pressed into clay tablets, they recorded laws, trade, literature, mathematics, and religious beliefs.
For the first time in history, knowledge could be preserved beyond memory.
Mesopotamian engineers also invented irrigation systems, allowing agriculture to flourish even in dry climates.
They built canals, reservoirs, and levees to manage water from the great rivers. The region also produced remarkable achievements in mathematics.
The 60-minute hour and the 360-degree circle both trace their origins to Mesopotamian numbering systems.
One of the earliest legal codes in history, the Code of Hammurabi, was created here.
Its famous principle of an eye for an eye reflected one of humanity's first attempts to establish written laws that applied across a kingdom.
Mesopotamia laid the foundation for modern government, engineering, astronomy, mathematics, and law. Many aspects of our daily lives still reflect ideas first developed thousands of years ago in this remarkable land. By the time Mesopotamia was flourishing, another extraordinary civilization was rising along the Nile.
Ancient Egypt, the gift of the Nile.
While Mesopotamia was thriving between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, another remarkable civilization was emerging along the banks of the Nile River. Unlike Mesopotamia, where unpredictable floods often brought destruction, the Nile flooded with regularity. Every year, it deposited rich, fertile soil across the land, allowing farmers to grow abundant crops.
The ancient Greek historian Herodotus famously described Egypt as the gift of the Nile.
Around 3100 BCE, Upper and Lower Egypt were united under the rule of King Narmer, creating one of the world's first centralized kingdoms. For more than 3,000 years, Egypt remained one of the most stable and influential civilizations in history. At the center of Egyptian society stood the pharaoh, who was regarded not only as a king but as a living god responsible for maintaining order and harmony.
The Egyptians became extraordinary architects and engineers.
Without modern machinery, they built colossal temples, towering obelisks, and the legendary pyramids of Giza.
The legendary pyramids of Giza, which remain among humanity's greatest engineering achievements.
The Great Pyramid, built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BCE, stood as the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 3,800 years.
But Egypt's greatness extended beyond monuments. Its scholars advanced medicine, astronomy, mathematics, and engineering.
Doctors performed complex surgeries, architects designed massive stone structures with astonishing precision, and priests carefully tracked the movement of stars to create accurate calendars. The civilization also developed hieroglyphics, one of history's earliest writing systems, preserving knowledge on temple walls and papyrus scrolls. Egypt became a major center of trade, connecting Africa, Asia, and the Mediterranean world. Gold from Nubia, cedar wood from Lebanon, spices from Arabia, and luxury goods from distant lands flowed through Egyptian markets. For thousands of years, Egypt represented wealth, stability, and power.
For more than 10,000 years, the Middle East has stood at the crossroads of human civilization.
It witnessed the birth of agriculture, the rise of the world's first cities, the development of writing, law, mathematics, and astronomy.
It became the birthplace of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, shaping the beliefs of billions of people.
Its empires connected continents through trade and knowledge.
Its deserts concealed vast energy reserves that transformed the modern global economy.
Today, its cities reach toward the sky with record-breaking architecture.
Its universities, research centers, and technology hubs are preparing for a new era. Its governments are investing in renewable energy, artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, and sustainable urban development.
The Middle East is a region of extraordinary diversity, resilience, and ambition. Its story is not simply one of conflict or oil. It is a story of civilizations, discoveries, innovation, adaptation, and constant transformation.
The next chapter has not yet been written.
And as the world changes, the Middle East will almost certainly remain one of the most influential regions on Earth.
Because history has shown us one thing.
When the Middle East changes, the world changes with it.